you've watched. Well, hello there, Internet. Whether you've been with me for 4 years every Tuesday like some strange person who I'm shocked hasn't had more social plans organised or kind of hobbies that you can commit to on a Tuesday evening or something. I don't know, it's just a really sad picture I'm painting right now. Or somebody that's literally joining me for the very first time. Hi, I'm Dan, and welcome to my Tuesday night live hangout, where for some reason for the last 5 years I've been spending an hour casually chatting with the internet about life, mine, yours, what's happening, and why any of it's happening. Spoiler, there's no reason for anything. How are you doing today? You good? I asked people in the YouTube comments after the video that got uploaded after the last show to tell me how they were doing. That was a mistake. Lots of human emotions going there, so shout out to the people on YouTube who are probably going to be super emotional if anything's to go by. Bad, productive, exhausted TBH, tired, sleepy, kinda not doing too well, said Caitlin. I want death, said another Caitlin. Wow, what's up with these Caitlins? Am I right? You look young, said Henry. That's a really weird thing to say. Sid's feeling great. Travis wants death. And another Travis is excited for Breath of the Wild. And Jeremy, with a flower crown, is playing video games. Well, there we go. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another day of being alive. Isn't it fresh? So today was a big day on Earth and culture, as I'm sure you've all seen. The amazing Phil hit 4 million YouTube subscribers. Well, took long enough. Am I right? Catch up, mate. No, but you know that's good. So thanks to him. Thanks. What I'm on about for existing, making YouTube videos, whatever. Guess you're the people that subscribed. Has he thanked you? Is he grateful? I feel like there's a lot of pressure for YouTubers to post some kind of like amazing tweet or just react to it in some way. I really crumbled under the pressure. I don't know if you remember when I did my 6 million subscriber tweet. I just gave up completely. I was like, look, everybody's expecting something from me. Some people are expecting something funny. Some people probably want me to be really soppy and emotional. What is just the absolute opposite of what everybody wants? And then I said something like, ooh, wowee, 6 million subby ding-dongs. And no matter who they were or what they were expecting, everybody was sad and disappointed. So that was a win. And that's what happened to me. But yep, Phil hit the big 4M, which stands for 4 million, not something else that could stand for. I don't know what that means, but that's probably disturbing, to be honest. What's up with you, Dan? What's up with me? I'm pretty good. I've had a good Tuesday. I had some pals that I haven't seen in a very long time. Me and Phil went to a sushi restaurant with them, which was fun. I ordered a dessert it looked like a Zen garden. So it was like sherbet that looked like sand with some rocks that were made of chocolate, kind of like minstrels, and then like a leaf that I think was just like some watercress or something. But then that was like, okay, right, so it's just like a bunch of like sugary stuff and whatever, and it's like a cool dessert. But then they poured it into like a little garden shape, and they made a tiny wooden rake. That's fine. Doesn't matter if the food was trash or if everything about my life was terrible. If you get given a tiny wooden rake by somebody, everything's fine. That's just immensely cute, and I didn't even know how to deal with it. Dan, how's the weather? Said Howl's Muffins. It's been really warm, actually. Ooh, this is the behind-the-scenes action you don't get on Dan Is Not On Fire. I turned off the heating for the first time this year. Didn't have the radiators on. It was warm enough to just simply exist. Rainbow Noodle said, did you take the sherbet? Take. That's a very strange choice of words. Why you don't take sherbet like a drug? What do you do with sherbet? You're just supposed to like eat it. Like roll it around on your tongue. Like do you sniff it? I imagine that would burn quite a lot. Inject the sherbet in. I mean that would, if you were tired, I'm sure injecting sherbet into you, I feel like that would probably kill you, but, you know, try it. That'd be good. Obscene Green said, snort the sherbet, Dan. I'm not that thirsty for views yet. That's my next Dan Is Not On Fire video, coming next week. That's my new drug, said Amper. Oh, great. This is already off to a great start. More Crazy Golf video, please. Ah, you liked that, did you? Phil's new video, said Tizzy. I guess that's the thing. So I'm sure most of the people here will see the amazing Phil uploaded a new video on YouTube. Apparently there's over 10,000 people that have just tuned in on YouTube. Hello, people watching this on YouTube in your subscription boxes. What up? Oh, no, there isn't. I was about to say there's a link in the description. Thank you. Let me just write this right now. Click here to chat right now. Hello, younow.com/danisnotonfire. There we go. Refresh if you're watching on YouTube. If you're on Tumblr or YouTube, click the link in the description. You'll come to you now, and that's how you can chat in the chat. There is a link, Dan. Who knows? I have no concept of what time or space is. Boop, boop, boop. ID. Indeed. Yeah, boy. That was the shortest yeah, boy I've ever seen anyone type, to be honest. I'm quite disappointed. Yo, have you seen Bo Burnham, the Kanye Want? If you ever think about that, yeah, obviously I think about everything that Bo Burnham does, just quite a lot. I just think about Bo Burnham a lot. Phil really attracts awkward situations, says Cecile. Yeah, so Phil uploaded a video last night telling the story of a terrifying incident. If you haven't watched this, then you should. I'm going to, spoil it a bit, but whatever, it's still funny. Where he basically got assaulted by a personal trainer. It wasn't good. So, we've joined the gym again, and what Phil wanted was he wanted, an exercise plan, so that if he's going to go to the gym for, half an hour a few times a week, what's, the best thing he could do for his time? Because, you can just, waddle around on a cross trainer, and I'm sure that's, helpful, all exercise is good. But maybe somebody, that's got, qualifications can tell you what's a really good thing to do with your time. So he called up the gym, and I was there, and he spent so long on the phone saying to somebody, I want somebody, a personal trainer, to give me an exercise plan. I mainly want to run and cycle and stuff, teach me how to use the machines, that's all I want. And as those of you who see the video will know, basically he turns up and some guy's like, yo, you're here for a tour of the gym? Nope, that's not what happened. And then Phil was like, I want to learn how to use the running machines, explaining what he wanted. And the guy was like, no! I'm going to make you lift this tire! I'm going to make you do this horrible exercise! Phil puked in his mouth, swallowed it, good times, and whatever. Literally, if you haven't seen it, you need to go watch this video. Absolutely horrifying. It actually happened. Phil came back, and I was expecting him to be gone for an hour, and he came back after about 17 minutes, and I was like, that was quick. Phil, you're back? Why are you back so quickly from the gym? And he was just silent. And Phil's a pretty pale guy. No offense. Doesn't go outside much. Has pale skin. Sometimes translucent. He was green. He was when a Volvic bottle or something that's see-through with a tinge of green. That's what Phil looked like. He was just kind of rocking backwards and forwards and shaking. I was like, what happened? And then he told me the whole story. Jesus. Absolutely traumatizing. I feel for him. Promoing my pal aside, it's just, if you're having a bad day, go watch Phil's last video, because you have not messed up that hard. Or, it wasn't really him that messed up, just had the universe inflict upon you something so terrifying that you don't deserve. Fan 2187 Holland, it's snowing a lot at my house. Snow would be good. I'd be up for snow, 2 days. That's why I don't go to the gym, said Grace. Yeah, sure, that's fine. I have 5 tests this week. Rip you, Rory. Would not swap for Rory. Phil hit 4 mil. That kind of rhymes. Yeah, I was actually, really mad when this Phil thing happened, because I was there when he was on the phone to the receptionist explaining exactly what he wanted, which was for somebody to give him an exercise plan of half an hour of cardio that he could do when he went to the gym. And instead, this guy basically just made him puke and then left. Honestly, I was so angry when he told me, because I was like, you told the person what you wanted! what did they do? And Phil was like, oh, they just ignored me, and then this other thing happened. And I was just like, okay, firstly, Phil, you need to learn to assert yourself. Secondly, Jim, useless. Thirdly, Kai, the personal trainer, what is wrong with this man? I'm scared. Like, I don't want to go to this gym that Phil went to in case I see this guy and he, like, looks at me and, like, asks me to lift a tire or something. I don't know. I'm traumatized. But yeah, anyway, that happened. When's your next Dan Is Not On Fire video? My next Dan Is Not On Fire video should be coming very, very soon. I think probably tomorrow or the day after. It would have been sooner, but a certain guy made a promise, which you should never do on the internet, involving some cat gifs, and convinced me to let him use the editing computer for a bit. Which, you know, when two YouTubers live in the same house, you should probably have more than one editing computer. There's lots of issues we probably need to work on, but let's just say that a lot of cat gifs were posted. There was a lot of peer pressure going on. Whatever. So yeah, there'll be a new Dan Is Not On Fire video soon. I started making one, and then I was like, nah, I'll do that next, and then made another one. Because, as I said in the last time, I'm weird like that. I don't know why. I'm sorry. I'm just like, I feel like this is the Dan Is Not On Fire, and then I'll be like, no, I just don't feel like it. I don't feel like the time is now. Like, in my life, on my YouTube channel, the flow of content, the colour of the thumbnails, where the world is at right now. Is this the video that I need to post on the internet? Sorry. if I'm just take ages to do a Tumblr queue, you can imagine. Any spoilers for us? It's a video that I feel like I needed to make for myself. Yes, to distract me. Say my name, 99%. It's one that lots of people have been peer pressuring me for a while that I've kind of forgot. I think it's time. Say my name, 99% can't do it. ANJOLEIGH. Okay. Angeli? Or is that a silent J and it's like Anjole? I'm going with either of those, and both of them were offensive. That's all I know. Dan, how often do you meditate? Meditation is something that I'm interested in, have done a couple times, and should do more. This is for real. I mean, a lot of us out here, you watching this, just let's forget that other people are, there definitely aren't like several tens of thousands of people watching this right now, across various websites. Right now, it's just me and you. We're all stressed, overwhelmed, feeling anxious about things. And especially because we spend so much time on the internet, we're having all of these conversations in our mind. Like, especially when you're thinking about, oh, drama happening with school on Facebook, or oh, drama happening with my favourite fandoms on Twitter, or oh, I saw this argument. There's just a lot of noise in your head where you're reading all of these imaginary conversations from the internet. And before the internet, I don't think this happened because people had real human interactions or watched TV. But now, because so much of our communication is reading text and voices in our heads, we have this constant noise in our minds. And meditating is something very good, where you take a moment to just be quiet, still, close your eyes, focus on your breathing, and just try as hard as possible to empty your mind of all that shouting, of all the imagining, of all the people typing and talking on the internet. Like, forget what's trending, forget what is the thing that's happening that you need to talk about because everyone's talking about it, and just be like, it's just me, I'm alone, there's nobody in my head. Try to connect to the physical world. If there's no one in the same room as you, be like, I'm just a person, alone in a room. Think about what you're touching, what's touching you. Just breathe in and out. And if you do that for like 10 minutes, you'll be like way more relaxed and stuff. It's something that I should do more often, but I don't, instead I just freak out all the time. Say hi to Betsy and Rose. What up, Betsy and Rose? Have you had a nice day today? I mean, I had a Zen garden pudding, so I guess I'm not complaining about anything. I'm stuck at work on a snow day. Is it good that you're stuck at work and it's a snow day, which is fun? Or is it like all the fun of snow is trashed because of the fact that it's at work? I'm not sure. That sounds like a proper moral dilemma there. I'm not sure. You're an inspiration, said Rory. Am I? What? What am I inspiring you to do? Not go outside. Bates Motel, said I, Luke. Yeah, Bates Motel. This new season is out. It's still happening. It's still really good. Where are the Emmys? Told you to watch that last time. Will you marry us, Daddy? Said Orla and Franny. Look, I'm sure you're nice people, but as I always say, you might be cannibals, and I can't be seen to condone that. So I'm just gonna say no to you there. I love your natural hair. As a black girl, I can join you in embracing the natural state. Yeah, I mean, anyone with curly hair has probably felt pressures at various times to feel like they have to reject their natural form and straighten it to fit in with what's trendy in society, and it's just it's such a pain in the ass. I've definitely reached a point where wavy curly hair that's short, like my haircut, which literally everyone in the entire world has, just happens to be cool right now. So whether or not I'm accepting my current self, it just happens to be acceptable. You know, 4 years ago, when people either just looked like total normies or they had like straight K-pop or emo hair, no one would have liked my curly hair. So I felt this peer pressure to not accept myself. So who knows? Maybe I've just been lucky, and that I'm privileged that the universe has dropped its societal expectations of me to allow me to segue into appreciating my natural curly hair, so that the next time curly hair goes out of fashion, I'll have had some time where society was going easy on me to just accept it. Who knows? Or maybe I'll just cave. Or maybe, there doesn't need to be any expectations. Maybe I can straighten my hair next week, and that's okay. We can all change our minds. We can all change what we like, who we are, how we want to present ourselves. And that's okay. Do you watch Riverdale? Yep. Going to Japan soon. Any trip advice? Any trip advice? Well, I went to Tokyo, and everyone there kind of spoke English, so it was fine. If you're going to Tokyo, get the subway app. It's helpful. Dear God, you'll need it, otherwise you get lost for like 10 hours. I mean, it's good. I'd say go out of your way to get off like main high streets and touristy stuff, go down a side street and eat at a random family restaurant that's just doing noodles. And even if they don't speak English, just point at something on the menu. It's noodles, it's probably fish, it's not going to kill you. I think I have heat exhaustion, help, said Kamala Rose. I mean, that's bad. Have a cold glass of water, crack a window, take off your layers. There we go. TBH, I'm the original Caitlyn, not Jenna. Look, Caitlyn, you don't need to compare yourself to celebrities. You are the original you, and that's all that matters. Any number of people could have your first name and your last name, but you're the best person at being you, unless you believe in kind of alternate universes, in which case there might be many yous that from various factors might just be doing exactly what you're doing now, but better from your perspective. So as long as you don't think about the infiniteness of the universe, that's fine, I suppose. Say hi to the fans, you twat. Why is it always abusive? Danielle, at number 10. Shout out to the people in the top fan box. Then Fabio, then Sarah, then Sammy, then Cara, then Beastie Bug, then Danielle, then Dana, then Jotalina, then Bapurp, and I Ate Luke. And is that Kirito or Haru as your display picture? Either way, that's pretty good. I'm finally watching you because I'm homesick. Yes, shout out to all the people who are busy doing things at the time when I happen to do this live show. It's not going to work for everybody, but hey, when I upload these to YouTube, you can just listen to it whenever you want. Like, honestly, this changed my life. YouTubers that upload really long, casual videos that are kind of like podcasts or just live chats, or like a lot of YouTubers like Markiplier, Lily Singh do live shows and put them on YouTube. And that's like my favourite thing to watch or just have open on my laptop when I'm getting ready in the morning. Like, I'd just be brushing my teeth, doing my hair, getting dressed, and it's like I don't have to pay super attention to it. It's just like a friend talking, and it's so good. So if you're not about that life yet, seriously, if the next time you miss one of these live shows, go to my side channel, danisnotinteresting. Just leave it on while you're doing something. It's like, What do you think of Kick the PJ, said Rubix. I don't know who that is, but he sounds like a dick with no talent. Any tips on how to de-stress, said Joy X Pierce? I mean, meditate, read a book. Reading books are good. The thing is, like, with books, you might be like, it's effort. I feel like I want to take out the time to read a book. But if you get a book and it's a good book and it has like one good chapter, if you read it for 5 minutes, you'll get addicted to it. I think the thing is with anybody that feels like they don't read enough and it's like too much effort, or they feel like they procrastinate from reading, if you just tell you, it's like writing an essay. If you just tell yourself, I'm just going to read the first 5 pages of a book, you'll be like, bam, that's my life. I always recommend that. It's the same thing with writing an essay. If you say, okay, I'm not going to write this whole essay, I'm just going to write the first sentence. That's okay. You write the first sentence, then you go, oh, whatever, I've started writing it, I'll just continue. I mean, there we go. How do I full screen you? The comments are stressing me out. The comments are you. They're your kin. I don't know. Can you? I'm not on the app right now. Rip you. I don't know why, but I'm feeling sad lately. That happens. For any reason. It's okay. Just know that feeling sad is something that lots of people go through, and you can change it. Don't be hard on yourself. Say hi to Jess, Ellen, and myself, Sophie. What up? Hi, we're having a horrible blizzard in New York. Frankly, I would trade, because England got no snow. We've had like 2 days of like random snow where nothing happened, and it's like super shit. So if there was an opportunity for it to start snowing right now, I would blizzard it up. To be fair, I'm somebody that doesn't go outside, so that doesn't really affect me. But I'm sure it's fine. It's all good. Din off when? Din off tomorrow or the day after, unless I die. There we go. Dan, you never talked about Rogue One. Did I? I liked it. Have you played Breath of the Wild yet? Said 2003 American Cinema. No, I haven't. I don't feel like I'm ready. I feel like there's various things in my life I need to get done before I'm somebody, I don't know if you relate to this, but if you play like an open world RPG, like a Zelda game or a Final Fantasy or something, it just completely takes over my life. So I feel like I need to kind of do 3 weeks of work and not have a day off, and then I can just spend a solid week just playing Zelda, and that's how I need to roll. Because if I start playing Breath of the Wild, I'm likely to just play it for about 8 hours a day. So I haven't started yet until I deserve to just be full-time Zelda. It's basically where I'm at. My friend's at a concert and I really wanted to go. Rip me. It happens. Your friends will still be there. It's okay. What's on your shirt? What's on my shirt? Some kind of classical Catholic painting with an upside down cross on it. It's super edgy. But what can I say? I love Riccardo Tisci. And that was my personal favourite collection of his. And even though it's just a t-shirt, and it's a bit plebby, and prints are garish, I don't like things that stand out too much. I prefer to wear clothes that are understated. As a piece of art, even though it's a mass-produced, manufactured t-shirt, I just feel blessed and happy to own a piece of that collection, which I feel was so beautiful. Can you say hi to Sophie and Joanna? Hi. I'm stuck in a blizzard currently. Hi. Jealous. Where's the snow? I'm so mad. My ceiling might fall on me during this live stream. Leave the room! If you're in a room where the ceiling is about to collapse, just walk into another one. What's wrong with you? I'm not worth it. If this is on a desktop, just leave. Just put it full screen and just watch it from the other side of the room. I hate snow so much, said Daisy Wright. Wow. You look tired, said Andrea Elena. Always. Just of life. You know how it is. Say hi to the Rubber Up for Dan group chat. Dear God, what am I going on about the group chats? Hello Dan, how was dinner? I mean, it was good. I had a sherbety thing. I mean, I'm freaking zazzed right now. In a way. I never have snow. I live in Australia. Yes, you never have snow in Australia, but you do have general sunshine most of the time, and it's a pleasant climate. So there we go. Speaking of pleasant climates, I have some exciting news. Are you ready for this? Me and Phil have told you there's lots of YouTube conventions these days. There used to just be 2, and now there's 10. And they're all happening at different times. And me and Phil, we have plans. He has a family holiday. There's various things happening. We don't know whether we can commit to some, but we've said for people going to YouTube conventions, we'll always tell you first if we're going to one. Well, Phil and I, said Linda E. Whatever. Me and Phil have confirmed that this year we are going to Playlist Live in Florida. So, yep. What is this, like the 5th, 6th year in a row? We're just trash bags. We can't let go. We've got like Stockholm Syndrome or something. So, to people in Florida that wanted to come see us, we have realised that we're free. So, we are going to Playlist Live in Florida. I'm sure they'll tweet about it soon or whatever. At some point we can retweet some posts about it or let you know where to get tickets. And don't worry, all these other ones, all these VidCons, other whatever, we'll let you know as soon as we know. Promise. Say happy birthday to Nikki. Happy birthday, Nikki. Please greet my friend Danny and the Conts. That's very strange, but hello. Why do you keep mentioning Stockholm Syndrome? Is this another kink? Well, it's a good song by Muse. Do you know what Stockholm Syndrome is? It's when somebody kidnaps you and then you kind of fall in love with them because they're the only person that you know. It's actually kind of really effed up and it's scary. But there we go. I love your shaved sides. When are you getting another haircut? Bruh. When am I getting another I mean, these kind of are shaved sides. You just can't tell because this webcam is so dark right now. When will I get another haircut? In like 3 weeks. I'll look exactly the same. Your new bee friend. Oh, Jesus, the bee. Did you see my tweet yesterday? Honestly, I'm so depressing. What's wrong with me? I was working on the video that I'm uploading. I was looking out of the window in the office in mine and Phil's apartment, and on the other side of the glass, just on the window ledge, there was a bumblebee. I love bumblebees. I don't know about you. I mean, like, wasps, F wasps. Wasps are terrible. They're ugly. They're out to get you. They make me anxious. They're everything that's wrong with the world. Wasps are terrible. Bees are great. They're adorable, they're necessary, we need to protect the bees. Bumblebees, they're just even more... Like, why do bumblebees even exist? It's like, bees, valid creature, they're fine. Now let's make them really big and fluffy and kind of clumsy so they fly into anything. Bumblebees, so good, man. Anyway, so I was looking out the window and I saw this bumblebee and it was still. And I figured, you know, sometimes you see them and they're like drying off or just absorbing the sun. Or maybe they're just chilling, doing some meditation. Never know what a bumblebee's up to. And I looked at it, and I was looking into its eyes, and I was like, wow, like, this tiny animal creature should be freaking out, because me, like, this giant lurching thing just, like, stuck my face in its face. So I thought it would fly away, but instead, it just, you know, was staying there, and I was looking to its face, and I was like, what a beautiful creature. I feel like I'm just taking a moment to look at it, and appreciate it, and understand it, and it's really nice. And it was looking at me, and I was just like, what? I wonder what this bumblebee thinks of me. And for a good 10 seconds, I was just like, I really like how we're both just calmly... And then I was like, oh, fuck, it's dead. It's dead. It's a dead... But it's dead. I'm looking at something. It's there. It's not moving. It's chilling out on the window ledge because it is a dead bee. It froze to death in the night, and that is its cold, rigid corpse. The reason it's not buzzing or fidgeting its legs is because it's dead. And then I was like, oh, right, well, there we go. And I just went downstairs and I just made myself a glass of water and I just kind of stared into the middle distance in the kitchen, sipping my water. And then I tweeted about it, relatable, right? Anyway, so that was yesterday, or whenever that happened. Say hi to the 2 German Lenas, please. What up, Lenas? Thank you for always making me smile. Really, wow, with stories like that Bumblebee saga, gosh, it's no wonder I always make people smile. Thanks, Anna. I'm going to Japan in April. What should I do there? Just take selfies in front of cherry blossom trees. Don't know, man. It's good. I feel bad for laughing. Don't feel bad. My life is a joke. There's a blizzard in New York. Help. So many people in New York. I mean, do you enjoy... People in New York, is this blizzard a good thing or a bad thing? I would be excited. I would be so excited. I don't know about you. Your nan read your YouTube comment. Oh yeah, that happened as well. God. I've had a challenging week. Oh, this last 10 days. It's kind of funny. Remind me to tell you about this week in about 5 months, okay? Somebody make a note in 5 months. Say, well, hey, what about that week in March? Yeah, but that happened as well. So my grandma called me, which she does just to chat. And like, the thing is, like, my grandma, she has a sense of humor. She's not just like a strict grandma that wants to shout at me. But she called me and she was like, "Hello, how are you doing?" I was like, "Good." And she was like, "I was watching some of your videos the other day," and I was like, "Oh God, what?" And I was expecting her to talk about my piano teacher. Because I think I said to you, I feel like my grandma might have known, because, you know, all old people know each other, whatever, this piano teacher, and I was like, please don't tell me that you know the piano teacher and you showed her the video, or something, or that you feel really bad, or that just, I thought that's what it was going to be, because, you know, she said she was on my YouTube channel, that was the last thing there. But then she was like, "I saw a very rude comment in one of your videos," and I was like, "Oh, that could be literally anything, what are you talking about?" She was like, "Well, I went to your YouTube comments, I went down, there was one with many thumbs up, and it said, 'Queen of my vagina,' and I was like, nah, and I was like, okay." Internally, I was thinking, the joke of somebody saying, like, "Queen of my vagina" on one of my YouTube videos, there's a lot of layers of humor, like, to get to, like, a full understanding of that joke, you have to have a basic understanding of kind of like internet humor and pop culture for like 5 years to just kind of understand why that's not weird and why it's funny and what it means and what it doesn't. And I was just like, there's no way I can explain this. There is no way why I can explain it. And I was just like, you know, honestly, there's a lot of weird comments on YouTube. Why did she decide to... Why did she mention that? Like, what did my grandma want to get out of that moment? Did she want me to explain it? Did she think it was... I don't even know. All I know was I was holding my phone and my grandma just said the phrase "Queen of Vagina," and I just didn't know what to do. So, A, thanks to the person that left that comment. B, tweeted about it, and as somebody showed me, now most of the comments on all of my videos just say "Queen of Vagina." So whether it's my grandma or any other adult or person that doesn't have this super ironic meta understanding of internet culture and humor that would get why that's funny, they're so disturbed. So let's all take a moment to pray for all the people that are just so confused, to be honest. Mad Girl Lolly 101 said, "Have you seen Logan?" Haven't seen Logan yet. I want to see it this week. Everyone I know is like, "Watch Logan. I'm going to help you. Your life is a literal dumpster fire," and I love it. Thank you, Alexa. Just want you to know that your videos brightens my days. Oh, good thing I didn't make a video about that bumblebee incident. Speaking of videos, I was thinking about this the other day. I might change the title of my Evil Piano Teacher video to not be in caps lock. I don't know why, because, you know, like, you know, YouTubers in caps lock, it's just, like, so gross. It's just so ugly. It's so ugly, I can't even believe. But I felt like, in the context of my Evil Piano Teacher, it was, like, kind of ironic. And then the thumbnail was really gross, but, like, just, like, kind of funny with that stupid, like, old lady going, that I photoshopped in. And I was like, I kind of like that. I don't take it too seriously. The more times pass, the more I go back to that video and I think, that all caps title is so ugly. I might go back and change it. Or I might not. Who knows? Dan, I'm scared for my first date today. Don't be scared for a first date, Micah. The person you're on the date with is probably just as terrified, to be honest. People are super awkward all the time. Just go in, be yourself, and if the other person likes you when you're being yourself, that's good, and if not, that's fine. There's like 7 billion people. You'll find somebody that likes you when you're just being yourself. Love is a social construct, said Jelly. Is love a social construct? Well, I mean, it's this whole thing that has a lot of connotations to it, doesn't it? Love. But it's also a feeling. Something more than sexual attraction, isn't it? What is it? Is it just, I mean, like, is it a social construct, or is it something that you feel? I feel like it's probably a combination of that, because what is the feeling, you know what I mean? I feel like people's just terrifying fear and anxiousness that they get from being alone, when you don't have that, it's probably comforting. So it's probably the fear of that person not being there, mixed with sexual attraction, and just when I don't know, But, you know, it's definitely, everyone's like, oxytocin. Indeed. Perhaps. Love is genuine. It's wrapped up in layers of constructs. Oh, I agree with you. What was that? I mean, oh my god, look at these comments, they're so articulate. It's not a sort of construct, it's real, and some people never find it. Wow. So I guess some people might never find it. You could, though. It's fine. I'm programming while listening to you. That sounds like a freaking disaster. Programming's impossible enough as it is, trying to get anything to work. And while I'm waffling this shite at you, that's just not going to go on. Chemical Cigarette said, what do you think of Lord's performance on SNL? Yes! So, I talked last week about Lord's new song. For what it's worth, Lord Greenlight, that has been stuck in my head like all day, every day. So whilst I think I said my only criticism was the musical production of it wasn't as original as her sound on her previous album, it's, you know, objectively, it's just such a good pop song, and it's so catchy. I love Lord. Do you love Lord? You should. And she did a performance, what was it called again? What's the name of the song? Can't remember. Remind me. She performed a new song on SNL. It's just on YouTube if you just search, like, Lord. SNL. Liability, said Diana JPEG. Yup! Everyone's like, liability! It's really good. She's just a very poetic songwriter. She's a unique performer with a refreshing voice in today's pop scene, and just seems like a nice person. Indeed. I'm at Disney World. What should I go on? Disney World, Florida? Disneyland, California? I don't know, man. I mean, go on It's a Small World and just contemplate how terrified you are. I think that's what you should do. It sounds like a good plan. Say hi to Ruby, Sarah, Cindy, and Susanna. What up, Ruby and the 3 S's? Don't know why I said that. I'm so sorry. I'm just a disgusting person. Say hi to the Scientific Method group chat. Nice one. There's less disturbing names for group chats, so I suppose that's worth commending. When new video? Soon. Say hi to the soccer mums. Hi. Dan, you're distracting me from cooking. Cooking, I think you could do. No programming. Cook fine. I mean, maybe, like, don't set fire to yourself and sue me. I'd be so scared. How's Steven Universe going? Said proper. It's good. I've gotten to the bit where Bismuth just got introduced. There's lots of Stevani and Smoky Quartz, and it's still really good. The thing is with Steven Universe is I really loved Garnet in season 1 because her character was just so funny. This kind of like completely stoic. Like you could tell that she was incredibly intelligent and super powerful and capable of love and very nice. But she just came across very stoic, and everything she said was funny, and just her being in every scene with her flat face was funny. I feel like in these most recent seasons, she's like smiling all the time, and I understand there might be some kind of like character progression here with like Ruby and Sapphire and something, and I accept that. Bloody fans are probably like, no, I like Happy Garnet, it's good, but I just feel like I liked Garnet with a stoic expression all the time. I thought the character was funnier. I find the grinning all the time strange. Honestly, fans, can't take anything they say seriously. How can I be more confident in myself? I guess you just need to not you know, look at what other people are doing. I think I need to be more like them. They're doing it right, and just think, well, you know, I am me. I could try harder to improve in certain directions, but I won't put too much pressure on myself, and that's cool. Hello, Dan. How you been? That, you know, good when I'm not staring at bees or something. Abigail said, save the bees. Honestly, bees are so necessary for our environment. They pollinate all the flowers, and, you know, colony collapse disorder, it's a thing, and, you know, just definitely. LMAO, Haru chilling in the background. Who's that, Stacey? I don't know what you're about. Was he really Shrek Green, said Kathy. Phil, after his personal trainer incident, well, I mean, he did literally puke on 2 separate occasions in the same, like, 10-minute period. So, yeah, he was physically green. Traumatizing. Maybe I would have gone to that gym, but since Phil came back with that story, I felt even less likely to go outside. Gaming channel video. At some point... What was the last gaming channel video? There's been a couple... Oh my freaking god. Okay, I mean, I often say this. If you're somebody that likes funny Dan and Phil videos, but you don't necessarily like gaming, you're not about that nerdy shit, TBH, you will like the last video that we uploaded where we played this strange, is it Japanese? I'm not sure, is it Indonesian or Korean app called Don't Stop 8th Note, where basically you're a little musical note, and it's a jumping game where you have to jump over things and avoid the holes, but it's controlled with your voice, and the louder the noise you make, the higher it jumps. Yasuhati, said startled Kira, yeah. So you have to play this game where you jump over obstacles and not fall down a hole by being like, and it's the funniest, stupidest thing ever. It's so funny, because like you don't want to die, and you have to just keep getting louder if you don't want to die, and you make the weirdest noises. And once I got how to play it, I was like trying to be funny, like saying things and making words. Phil did it. The sheer panic Phil was exuding, trying not to die. He couldn't even concentrate on like saying anything funny or remembering. He wasn't even sitting up straight that he was on camera. He was just panicking, and it was funny. And then at the end we like tried to do some like singing thing, and it was just a complete flop, like honestly. So go watch that. And we did another one with bomb disposal, which was also incredibly stressful but funny. So go watch the gaming channel for some casual Dan and Phil fun. That's good. Holy crap, the views. What about them? What, on the Yasuhati video? People liked it. I wonder why. It's my mum's birthday, but I'm watching you. I mean, I'm only here for an hour. You can watch something for an hour and still participate in your mum's birthday. Or not, maybe. Screw Lauren's mum. That's a very strange thing for me to say out loud. I immediately take that back. Dan, talk more about music, said Tommy. Okay, what music have I been listening to? Lord. Jonna Lee. Remember I Am I, How Am I? Probably nobody. Basically, there's this Swedish woman called Jonna Lee. If you like Röyksopp and Iconopop, no, Robin. You know, like Swedish electropop. Sweden, they make some good electropop. Basically, there was this mysterious group of people, and their band is called I Am I? Who am I? As one word. Impossible to spell, worst idea ever. But they made this, like, amazing, super experimental, creative, electronic pop, and it was, like, the best thing ever. And they did, like, 3 albums, and now the girl from it has gone off, and she's starting her own solo project. And that's exciting. Yeah. I think the music production... What is it with me and my eclectic tastes critiquing music by the originality of the melody? Yeah, I mean, it kind of sounds like a 2013 trap beat, like my friend said, but any new content from her is great, because she's a Swedish goddess. Tell you what, shut up. Who are you? What are you talking about? What do you want to talk about? Shut up. I'll tell you what you should care about. What's more interesting than any of the shit? Frank Ocean released a new song called Chanel. Frank Ocean is my fave, and he's better than your fave, and your fave, I don't care who they are, they're trash compared to my fave, which is Frank Ocean, because he comes out with a new song called Chanel, and this song, it's basically just about money and sex and having a good time, like any like trashy pop club hip-hop song might be, that's just, you know, for the radio, except it's just this incredible piece of poetry where he's, you know, like, he's making a song just about those things, but the lyrics are just, they're so intelligent and poetic. Every line is about something. The song is called Chanel. Usually, you'd feel like somebody that makes a song called Chanel is just like, okay, they're naming like a fashion brand because that's like cool or whatever, except he's using it as a metaphor for duality because of the way the two C's in Coco Chanel overlap each other, facing in different directions. And not only is it just a good song that's fun to listen to, it's so well written, and it's original. I'm sorry, Danny here, he likes your favourite pop music, okay? I support whatever trash bands you listen to, good for you, music's fun, I don't take everything seriously. But in terms of my love, and what I truly rate as art, this ticks the box of, you know, pushing the envelope forward in terms of new things other people haven't done. So there we go. But you're my fave, so you're trash to somebody. Yes, I'm a meaningless speck of dust. I'm nothing. And there we have Wild Rose Letter saying, say hi to Dan's Kinky Curls group chat. That went from A to Z. Right like that. Dan, talk about Poppy. Poppy. What, the internet Poppy. Have you guys heard about Poppy? Yeah, I mean, Poppy is like a girl band group project that's made some pop music. Been around for a few years. And this girl called Poppy, or this character, that Poppy indeed, released some good pop music that was like very funky and it was cool and it was very bright. It wasn't like super original. I'm sorry, I'm such a twat when it comes to music. I have high standards. I'm sorry, okay? This is who I'm like. You want to know the real me? I'm like this with music. I was like, this is good. I felt like the aesthetic of her and the music videos, I felt like the music videos were amazing. And I was like, whoever her team is and the creative people behind this is good. But the music was like, okay, she's released like a new song, and that's like kind of like more weird and alien and whatever, and I'm like more excited about that than new stuff. What pisses me off though is people are like, what's the mystery of Poppy? Like it's some genuine like Marina Joyce conspiracy or something. I'm like, no, come on, it's art. It's somebody deliberately coming up with a character. They're making music. It's about visual aesthetics and, you know, weirdness and the internet. Don't think that it's actually like a real person and some strange conspiracy. It's deliberate art that you should just appreciate because it's... Anyway, that's cool. Do you like glass animals? Yeah. Kanye West? Yeah. Sure. More merch before VidCon Anaheim? Dunno. Probably doing some things. Dan, when's Euro and Ice Season 2 coming? I feel like, Tanya, the next season of Euro and Ice might come when we all need it. You know, politics, the world, it was in a very scary place last year. And then Euro and Ice came along, and it really just, it blessed us and it saved us all. And it gave us just something so harmless and pleasant exactly when we all needed it. So who knows? I mean, I don't know. Is there like a date for the next season of Euro and Ice? Or is the universe just going to bless us with a new season of Yuri on Ice when we need it? You know what I mean? That's how I feel. When do we get more Dill? Good point. Soon. Kink shame me, daddy. Look, there's very few... Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Well, if you're talking about kink shaming... You'll like my next Dan is Not on Fire video? What am I saying here? What am I trying to get you to think? I'm so sorry. Don't expect anything from this next Dan is Not on Fire video, okay? Just don't even think about it. Nothing's relevant to anything. Just expect disappointment and emptiness. And there we go. My cat purrs when he hears your voice. Is that because I speak at some annoying frequency that hurts animals? That wouldn't surprise me. Dan, did you watch Crufts? Said Krusty Pie 9 in the You Now chat. I'm going to be real with you. Krusty Pie 9 is the worst name I've had to read out loud today. You have nothing to be proud of. I've completely forgotten. Crufts. Yeah, so in the UK we have this dog show. It's just like a dog grooming and performing competition, but it's like the main one in the UK. And it's televised on one of the main TV networks. Sometimes the UK gets things right. Yeah, I watched it. The highlight of it for me was the Jack Russell clip that's going viral where this dog was doing an obstacle course and was just frickin' mental and just kept falling over and didn't even care. And it was just the funniest thing ever. Honestly, if you just need something in your life, watch this dog show. It's probably on 4OD if you're in the UK. And probably there's just some clips on the news. I'm sure if you're in America and you search like Crufts Jack Russell, you'll see this video of this dog trying to run up a ramp and just, like, leaping down its snout first. Dogs, man. What's left there? Damn it. Why you gotta drag Krusty Pie 9 like that? I'm sorry, don't goth. I'm shaming my audience. So what if they like pie and crust? Everything's a mistake. Isn't it? I mean... Dear God. Dayan, I hope your day is fab. Love you. I mean, I've had sherbet. Everything's fine. Poor Phil, all that would happen. Phil attracts the weirdo. Phil is a weirdo magnet. I don't think that's stopping anytime soon. Other YouTubers, they have to sit for hours of, you know, creativity to think about things. Me and Phil, the content just comes to us. And all we have to do is suffer. Hey, I'm seeing you at VidCon in 99 days. See you then. I have a headache. Help. Drink some water. You might just not be hydrated enough. What's that mess in Phil's bedroom? It's a shoe and a plastic bag. How exciting. Can you recommend me a movie, said Andrew Lena. Tell you what movie everyone's trying to get me to watch. Get Out. Is it out in the cinemas yet? Has anybody here seen the new movie, Get Out? All I'm hearing is that it's really good. And I like horror, and it's a horror movie. Was it last week that I was ranting to you that I like horror, but it's kind of tough being a horror fan because there aren't many good horror movies? Well, apparently there's this new horror movie called Get Out, and everyone's saying it's really good. Yeah, it's great, said Alex. Yes, said Ruby. No, I hate horror. It's so good, said Pace 676. Okay, well, there we go. I need to go see Logan, and I need to go see Get Out. I should. I mean, I just really need to gorge on a lot of popcorn. So, hey, after I upload this next Dana's Not on Fire video, let's go say I go to the cinema and just gorge on some popcorn. That sounds like a reasonable plan. Play Smash or Pass. I don't know what that is. Is that the thing where you say, would or wouldn't bone somebody? Unless you're doing that ironically, that seems like a kind of cringe thing to do. Your hair looks nice. Thanks. Speaking of Phil's fails, can you tell us the story of the first Tatanoff? The very first one, or the one in Florida where he fell off the stage? I mean, that was pretty iconic. I mean, I'm sure you guys know this. Basically, we're used to our stage show that's over now, having, like, lights at the edge of the stage. We did it in Playlist Live in Florida, but the room was too big, so they had to put it on, like, a table on the other side of the room, and there was a gap. So Phil's used to, like, putting something down at the side of the stage, except he went over to it without looking, and he fell off the stage, like 6 feet onto the floor. Everyone, like, gasped. I was, like, concentrating on what I was doing, and I was like, what? And then someone in the front row was like, are you okay? I was like, oh my god, what happened? And then Phil was crawling back on stage, like, ugh. And he had a massive bruise. Literally, first tour date in America, we were there for like 110 days or something. He literally could have broken his leg, and that would have just been so Dan and Phil. Are you excited for Australia again? Yeah, we are. Like I said, there's lots of conventions around the world, and depending on various plans that we have, we can't commit to all of them. But we did want to go back to Australia. Had a nice time. Say hi to Hannah, Mick, Cam, Maddie, and Nora, mainly in the summer, because last time it was windy. Opinion on Simon Pegg. He's my son. Simon Pegg, Johnny Boy, is amazing. He's one of my favourite people, one of my favourite creative people. He's just been in so many TV shows and movies, acted in things that are great. As a nerd icon, he's just nailed it being in, everything that he's in, whether it's his Star Wars cameo or in Star Trek, where he's amazing. Love Simon Pegg. Are you kidding me? Isn't he doing a new movie? It's like not another Cornetto trilogy, obviously, but a new one. That should be good. I would have let the tyre land on his toe. What if Kai was telling you to lift a tyre? I don't know, man. I think I probably would have been terrified. Have you ever seen a chinchilla? IDK said, Derp Lee Jazz. Wow. Username fresh out of 2004 on the internet. Yeah, I watch, like, rodent videos on YouTube sometimes. I really like guinea pigs, but apparently they're just scared and they scream all the time. So, I was talking to Phil, who's like a weirdo that breeds rodents. I'm sure you all know this. And apparently guinea pigs aren't the best pets because they're just very scared all the time and they scream. And I was like, okay, on one hand, that sounds like a bad pet because you can't, like, play with a hamster. I understand they have different temperaments. Like, you can like, ruffle with a hamster. Chinchillas jump about. Guinea pigs are kind of just, like, shy and scared. To be honest, if something's scared all of the time and screams and cries when you interact with it, that sounds like me, and I feel like I really need it. Everyone's like, mine weren't, and I had too. Maybe Phil just inspired fear in all of his rodents. Who knows? Do the Japanese screaming game again. Okay, well, lots of people seem to like it, I'm sure. Tell Phil to sue the trainer, said Myra. For what? For inspiring a YouTube video. Amazing. Say hi to the fans. Okay, who do we have in the top 10 now? Being all supportive and lovely. Beastie Bug. You're new, hello. Nidav, Fabio, then Jotelina, then Hey It Dana, then Danielle, then Live Sweet, then Wonderfully Rachel, hello, then Bapurp, then I Ate Luke. Hello, people up there. What was the trainer's name? Kyle. Guinea pigs smell really bad. Indeed. I mean, all rodents smell really bad. They pee on themselves. Just like humans at the end of the day. We all think that we're good. Eventually we're all going to be old and peeing on ourselves. Let's not judge the pets. Okay? Not Leon. Phil said it was Leon. I don't know. Either... Did I change it? I mean, Phil probably changed it. Or was it another guy? Don't listen to me. You look lovely today, Daniel. Do I? I've been outside. I've been windswept. Have you been on the floor for the new din-off? Music movie fan. I have been on the floor for the new Dan Is Not On Fire video about 2 weeks ago, and then also a few days ago. That's just the constant state that I'm in. Are you hydrated? Said Emerald T. To be honest, I could be more hydrated right now. You know what I'm doing? Riveting life update. I'm trying to wean myself off Ribena or Ribena Light because I feel like too much sugar or aspartame is probably bad for you. So I'm going to be one of those weirdos that tries to get into like sparkling water. So I drink more water, but I feel like it's some kind of exciting beverage that's not just coming out of a tap, even though I probably should just learn to like still water that's coming out of a tap. Let's not tap shame water, right? Your backyard is very beautiful. Don't have one. Is that metaphorical? The backyard of my mind, what would that be? Just a screaming abyss filled with crying guinea pigs. Sparkling water is gross, WTF. I know, but I think we're trying. What's with you and hydration? Honestly, hydration is so important. Your emotional state is affected by how hydrated you are. Your physical state, your energy levels. We need a lot of water, and not all of us have as much as we should. I'm like the worst life coach the world has ever seen. Dan, talk about the grandma vagina. Dan, talk about the grandma vagina. Jesus, you didn't type that very well, did you? No, I talked about that earlier. I've now repressed that. It's in the mental box under the stairs. We're not going there. Oh, something, I guess we're going to do this later. I'm not sure. We've decided it's about time, in case any new people are still coming to it, because we do link to it in the gaming channel, that we add some new challenges to the 7-second challenge app, which we should talk about again at some point, as it's a good thing that we made. And we see that there's always people that are like, stop ignoring me, I have ideas. So sometime today or tomorrow, we're going to ask for your suggestions. If you want to get thinking of any funny or good ideas for 7-second challenges that go in the app, we're probably going to tweet or do a Facebook post, and then we'll source them, and then you will get credited in the app. So if you have any funny ideas or anything for 7-second challenges, at some point in the next 2 days, we will post about it, and we'll see what people suggest, and then we could credit you in the app. Should I get the app? You should get the app. It's a great icebreaker. Like, I know families are awful and you don't like interacting with them. It's the best thing to do at like an awkward family barbecue. The 1-2 switch video made me cry. I love that you didn't specify whether that was good or bad. It just upset me so much because it was so sexual. It was, wasn't it? Your hair is the bomb, dare I say lit. Thank you, Jamie. I desperately need all the self-esteem that you can give me. So I appreciate that. Pose, please. There we go. I hope that's exactly what you wanted it to be. Thank you to all the people tipping and making these giant pop-ups appear. I love not being able to see my face because I look like a rat. So to everybody making the big pop-ups appear on you now, you are genuinely helping me get through this by reducing the amount of time I'm aware of my own existence as possible. So thank you to all those people. Earrings, said G-Pugs. Look, I'm just a forgetful person. Don't expect anything. Cynthia said, do you like hiking? You know what? I like nature. I like going on hikes. I don't like going outside because of people, okay? People. I like nature, ergo vis-a-vis the not people. Hiking is actually quite cool because it's about bumblebees and trees taking aesthetic photo palettes, trying not to slip down a hill, and not interacting with people. You know what I need to get? Hiking shoes. But indeed, Riverdale, said Molly. Riverdale, it's the hot new thing everyone's obsessed with. I'm allergic to trees, said Cosmic Elves. Are you allergic to trees? How do you function? Can you be allergic to... I mean, I'm sorry if there's lots of people out here that are like, yes, you can be allergic to trees, and it's a serious issue in my life. I'm unsubscribing. That's fine. Yes, you can be allergic to trees, dumbass. Jesus. I mean, sorry to you. Do you have to take, like, intense allergy pills or something? It's a good excuse for not going outside, though. I mean, that would be a lot better than me constantly saying, no, I just don't like interacting with other human beings. It's the pollen. Yeah, pollen. Pollen man. Why can't it just not go up the noses and into the eyeballs? Damn that pollen. You can be allergic to anything, you turnip. Oxygen. Who knows? Sparkling water with Ribena is 10 out of 10. That sounds like a sin. I don't trust you. Can you say hi to all of us from Chile? Chile! All the people in Chile watching this right now, or that watch my YouTube videos, hello, thank you. And so I get it out the way. All the people in all the other countries, it's 10. Leave, said Christine. Jesus Christ, how has an hour passed? You guys, this has just been fun. I didn't even notice that an hour flew by because I've just had a nice time chatting shit about nothing. It's been good. No, don't go, say people. Now I need to think about what to call the video. I'm still working on like the tweet thing. I don't know if the auto tweet that you now does is ugly or not. I'm not sure. Everything's just an ongoing iterative process. Indeed. But yeah, don't stop, I just arrived, I'm sorry. But everyone else wants me to leave, and more importantly, Dan needs to stay hydrated. Okay, I'll need to work that into the next video. Or is it already? Yes, so look forward to the next couple days. New Danny Fire video hitting you in the face. Gaming videos, there'll be a sim. Watch the ones there. Remember that these get uploaded to my side channel, danisnotinteresting, which you can watch at your leisure if you are somebody that has a life, which I applaud and appreciate. And remember, hydrate, meditate, contemplate, and try to get a mate. And remember that everything's just a social construct and is essentially meaningless, but bumblebees are nice. Thank you for joining me for another Casual Tuesday. I appreciate anybody that took time of whatever life you have to just watch me and have a chat with me. I hope this has been relaxing and pleasant. I'll see you next time, Internet buddies.